we made the money back. I don't even know how many times over. I don't think I would be on the same life arc without this.
Live from New York, we've got Sam. Welcome, my man. Good to see you. All right. Would love to get it started by just telling everyone a little bit about yourself and where you're at when you joined Local Legends.
Sure. So I grew up in Chicago. I went to Clemson. When I joined like 2 years ago, I had just moved to New York, was working, like everything was great, moved here with all my friends, had a blast. But I knew there was always that, like, I wanted more out of life, not just like I'm going to follow this linear path and like corporate and that. And I just was looking to get more juice out of life.
Dope. And how did Local Legends help you get more juice out of life?
Yeah. So I think there have been a couple iterations of how it's helped me over the 2 years. So when it first started, it was just me and you, and I was trying to figure out my life and felt like I was stuck and not kind of like where I wanted to be. So we took a step back and we're like, all right, like, how do we work on this to get better, kind of be doing the things that I want to do and making things happen? And it was really, I was too focused on the big picture. I need to figure out my whole life. And it was really like, let's take a step back. The goal should be to work on yourself and whatever you want to do every day so you can continuously get better. And then in 10 years, you'll look back and be like, I did the work every day for 10 years. Of course, it worked out.
Yeah.
So that
And
mindset.
Jim referenced it. We're going to come back to that in a sec because he is the eldest Local Legends member, number one. But yeah, I think like a lot of people, when I was in your shoes too, it's like when you're young and so hard charging, or even when you feel like you want to change your life, it's this like daunting task. But I think you said it really well, is that just focus on every day being the best version of yourself. Not only is that how you get there, but life actually becomes a lot more enjoyable. So like maybe as you did that, how that helped you not only achieve your goals, but also your goals outside of work as it relates to social life, friendships, making things happen, having a fun life.
Yeah. So what started with that was just like putting in the work every day, kind of learn about myself, what makes me tick, like interests outside of work. And then on top of that, like doing the work in my career so I could progress and then unlock more doors for myself in my career down the line. But kind of what I was looking to get out was like, I moved to New York. I had a great circle of friends already, like family, all my friends from school here. But I was like, just want to make more friends. This is a massive city. I'm not just going to pigeonhole myself into the people I already knew moving here. So then it was really just like putting myself out there, saying yes to things, meeting new people, which like unlocked so many doors that I didn't think was possible, whether it was through people that I had just randomly met or like your friends who I became friends with. And that opened so many doors for me.
Love it. So yeah, so Sam was the first person that I worked with Local Legends years ago. I think it was 2024.
Yeah, it was
And
2024.
so he was the first person that proved out the like whole mindset rewiring system. But you've heard a bunch of that, and that's all over in all the other testimonials. What I really want to get into with you and for everyone else is the other part of what we're building, which is the Digital Country Club. And it's this place where we can all come together to learn, to help each other, to grow, and ultimately to have fun together. And you're the perfect example of it being something that you come back to every day. You could have gotten your money's worth years ago and not come back, but maybe talk about, just like that experience, you've had that firsthand seat to seeing it be built. So maybe we just start there and then we'll get into how it is there for you at all the other stages of your life as you progress.
Yeah. So when it started out, I think it was really just me, you, and then maybe a couple other guys. But then now it's spiraled into a real life country club. Like maybe you join and you more so lean on people to show you the ropes. And then once you're one of the elder statesmen, like you're the one who's like helping run things, like plan events, set things up, meeting up with people, like making things happen.
Yeah, you've done it as well as anyone, but obviously you're based in New York and now our New York contingent. And I'm always so happy, even sometimes when they don't join the weekly call because they're like, no, screw you, Cole, we're going to all go get beers. But it's been so cool to actually see like all these people come together. And now you've definitely made lifelong friends out of it, which just makes me very happy. But you had a really good way of putting it. Like I remember it's been really cool to see you grow through all these different phases of your life. And it's as you level up, there's always new and new challenges. That started obviously with just a lot of the happiness and day to day enjoyment of the work. That obviously made you do much better with the dating life from just having a much more magnetic, fun approach to life. Even investing, Sam and I made a lot of money on Trump coin together. So that paid for
Yeah.
itself. But then now, as you're now becoming an entrepreneur, how that like network and just other people pushing you and that resource for men to come together and help each other. Just you gave the example of like sometimes you play golf at the country club, sometimes you play tennis. But I think that is like a really interesting topic that is hard to understand, but you've lived it so well. So if you could describe that for others.
Yeah. So the comparison I made was like you join a country club, you could play tennis, you could play golf, you could go get drinks, dinner, whatever. There's so much available to you and you get what you want out of it. Right. So I think in the beginning, it was a lot of trying to figure out my life and like day to day happiness, putting in the work, whatnot. And then it more so kind of shifted to where trying to find curiosity and like what I'm interested in terms of like career goals, maybe a business. And that was probably around winter 2025 and had bounced some business ideas on people in the group, and people in the group connected me to people that were in those specific industries and bounced ideas. And then I went back to the drawing board, kind of like rediscovering like more and more with what I wanted to do with the business. And then ultimately got to the point where like I started a business with my best friend from college at the end of last summer. And now I'm using the group to like ping pong ideas and get feedback from them and getting them to try out our product. And then that's just evolved to like a
Cool.
positive feedback loop. So I was really bouncing around like all the different corners of the group, getting different things from different people and not really more so using people because I don't want it to seem like that. It was just like there are different things you can do inside of this ecosystem and everyone's just trying to help you. So like whatever you need, like you just reach out to people. Like I even reached out to you for like fitness advice. I was like, yo,
Worse.
like I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, but like I'm curious what you're doing too. And then the conversations always start flowing and more people chime in. So it's
It's first of all, like you've done such a good example of like it is with anything in life, it's what you put in is what you get out. But then a lot of what we talk about, even when it comes to like you were talking about, like how to make new friends and new social circles and level up with the people you're around, or just anything as it relates to making friends or even dating, is being interested in the world. You know,
yeah,
it's like just taking interest in people. Hey, what do you do for work? Oh, you look great. Hey, what do you do for business? But what I was going to ask is you've seen it from the ground up. And I think people on the outside looking in will be like, okay, what are like the members like? Who are the people in the country club? And as you said, you do such a great job connecting with everyone. So maybe speak to just like the quality of the people in there, the experiences, like all the people in the club, what that environment's
yeah, they're all great guys. I got dinner with two of them earlier tonight. We were all out last
like. I
Saturday.
love that.
So yeah, it's all great guys. And I think everyone has like the same mindset of where they're trying to like do the work on themselves to be better, to find their passions and then go pursue those passions. And for everybody, those are ultimately different like things that they are pursuing, but it's all the same mentality. So like we went out to dinner and like none of us do the same things for work, but we're all just so interested in what the other person has going on because you can learn something from them and they have that same mindset of I'm pursuing something that I am interested in and I'm very passionate about. So the quality of the people like has always been great and now the quantity of people is increasing so there's even more interactions, one-off conversations on the side. Like I was pretty lost in my career and I leaned on one of the older guys. I was like, yo, like, I don't know where I'm going to go next. And I talked with him on the phone for an hour, just helping me sift through this whole career situation that I was in about a month ago. So super quality people. And that's only increased over time. So the benefit of having more and more people is just only getting better as the group grows.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing because like every new person, the community gets stronger, and it's like my vision with this is like it's going to be inevitable. Like it's an opportunity to not, it's an opportunity cost to not be a part of it because we're going to all be connected to everyone's going to be one touch away,
Yeah.
which is really fun. And I was going to say there's a broad range of people, but it's like the older guys get a lot of fulfillment from helping the younger guys, and then the younger guys give all of us older guys a lot of energy because it's like they have this like zest for life and this spirit that they can do anything and take over the world, which is really fun. Something I wanted to say is, and as like the reason that I created this is to have those real conversations, right? Work from home killed like the eye to eye martini power lunches where it's
Yeah.
like, how's it going? And we're all lost in these careers because the careers don't care about us anymore. And what I think is really cool is it doesn't matter what we're all doing because we're all going through the same things. Like you're running your own business, I'm running my own business. I don't we have the same struggles. And I think the same way, like just last night, you were sharing your notes to that Rick Rubin podcast, which was amazing because it's like, I've been meaning to listen to it. I haven't gotten to, but I read through it last night. And it's like, we all get the leverage from each other as well as the
Yeah.
encouragement to keep going.
Totally. Yeah. Like people are always sharing ideas. Like someone sent that podcast in. I was like, I'm gonna listen to this, and like I enjoyed taking notes on it and then sending in my thoughts, and like other people do the same with podcast books, and like you can leverage that to learning things very quickly.
Yeah. And so a different thing that, and this is a bit different because I like to talk about the vision with Sam because he's been here all along. And something we've always talked about is like legitimately a digital country club where it's a flywheel. Sam's a perfect example of you join and you're more of a student trying to learn until you keep leveling up in life and you keep improving and figuring things out to now where you become like the legend teaching everyone else. And Sam's creating a company like Born in Local Legends, and everyone's been loving his product and all that. And something Sam and I are talking about, I was like encouraging him to document the process of building a CPG company because it's like the vision for this is when Sam sells the business, now he's teaching the next wave of people who want to get into business how to do it. And so you've been the perfect example of going from student to legend and contributing and adding value. But maybe like I always say this isn't just my thing. This is for all of us and it's what you make it. And I'm so appreciative of how you've made it better, but talk about that.
Yeah. Going back to if you think about like a golf club, country club, like it's only as good as the people in the group and the people who care about it. If it's your club, you should care about it and put in the work to like make it a place that you desire to be, which is like something that I feel like I've embodied, whether that was like
Totally.
learning things from the older guys because they have all this knowledge to pass down, whether it be like career or life or just like general wisdom to then now, like I have been in it for 2 years and there's so many other people who've joined after me, then passing what I've learned from others and my experiences down to them, whether it be like through life, through what I've discovered in my time in like corporate America, having two jobs, having a period of time where I was also unemployed and then starting a business on top of all that. So it really is like you get what you put into it, and there's so much that you can get from it by just like putting in some effort to meet people, talk to them, because we have people all over the world.
Yeah. I was going to say for people on the fence thinking about it, like it's like life, right? Life
Yeah.
is what you make it and you get out what you put in. And you've been such an amazing example of what you put in so much and are always so curious. You're always asking, you're always involved with people. You're setting up calls with people who join and to getting to know them to even with me and meeting in my own personal network and making those friendships and stuff. So it's really great. So I wanted to close by asking the investment you make. Obviously, it's an investment in yourself to unlock the life, but also the life that you're capable of, but also to join the digital country club. And so for you, and I think the investment goes in two ways. There's like the financial ROI return, and then also just like the life return. And so I'd love to get your thoughts on those.
Yeah. I'd say start with the life because that's more important, right? The financial aspect is tied to the benefit you'll get out of life. And I think it's more so hard to quantify like an ROI on that because you can't put a price on how good your life gets, which I think is what I think that part is a lot more beneficial because you pay that amount and you can't track like, oh, did I make my money back on this? But then when you look back on it and you see how good your life got because you learned how to do the work and you did the work and you met so many amazing people, you're like, I can't really put a number on it, but like that definitely was a reason why all these things happened for me the way that they did. And it turned out better than I could imagine. And then on the
That's the
flip side,
same.
with the financial perspective, we made the money back. I don't even know how many times over, like right away with Trump coin investments and then also other investments in the stock market. That's not even a question. Like money's been made back there.
It really is the best. And I guess if you can pinpoint to one specific thing? And if you had to quantify the ROI in your life, like what is the feeling or just like how you feel about yourself or just how much more life
Yeah. Yeah,
you
I feel like in the past I was so much more stuck on I need to get to this next achievement and then I'll be happy. And in 10 years, if I'm not here, like I won't be happy. Like getting so stuck on hitting these like milestones to like justify being happy. Whereas now I'm like, I know all those things are going to be happy. I'll be happy now because the journey is so important to enjoy. If you're not going to enjoy the journey, then you're definitely not going to be happy when you get to the end goal. So like these past 2 years, I've been working on so many different things, but I've enjoyed the ride so much because the ride is like a huge part of it. And like I would kill to go back to 2 years ago when I was just starting out and
won't you
I wasn't in a job that I didn't really love and I didn't have this business that I'm starting. I didn't have so many things I do now that make me happy, but I would kill to go back and redo the whole experience I just had because the journey was a blast. And you don't realize that until you look back and you're like, wow, those were the good old days. It was such a blast. So I think that shift to being happy where you are now and just knowing that if you do the work every day, the things that you want will come. You can't get so caught up looking too far down the road.
you're a perfect example. You 2 years ago versus today, your entire life path is drastically different
Yeah.
and you're way more happy.
Yeah. I don't think I would be on the same life arc without this, whether it was like figuring out that my old job wasn't for me. And then it was, okay, it's time to go pursue something else for a career. And then also on the side of that, I'm going to go pursue this business that I discovered through my passions. And I really didn't unlock those things without doing the work every day and really thinking for myself what I wanted out of life.